Namaskar, I am Assistant Professor Kritika Dev from LG School of Law. Today, in today's session, we'll be seeing two topics, though which are relevant to each other, but we will be seeing them differently. And the first one will be the dowry death, and the next one would be cruelty by husband or his relatives. Right. So both the topics are an offense against the female. So here we'll be seeing both the offenses. So now let's just see what Section 498A of the Indian Penal Code says. Husband or relative of husband of woman subjecting her to cruelty. Now, the section says, whoever being the husband or relative of the husband of a woman subjects such woman to cruelty shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now, here, as we can see, the punishment may extend to 3 years, and that person or his relative, here, the husband or his relative, will be uh, the punishment will be imprisonment up to 3 years, and they shall be liable to fine as well. So here the term cruelty is being used. So when we see the term cruelty, it is also been given under the explanation of this very section, which means that that cruelty must have led to. So here, as we can see that it is the willful conduct of the man or the relatives, of course, which drive the woman to commit suicide or to injure herself, or which affects her health. Now that affecting health could be mental or physical. So when it comes to the mental cruelty, which is of a which cannot be ever defined, because here the mental cruelty, it differs from case to case. For one female or for one married woman, cruelty may mean something else. For the other, it may mean something else. So when it comes to the mental cruelty or affecting somebody's mental health, then that affecting, it could differ from case to case. One might feel offended if somebody abuses her, right? It may affect her mental health, so that may lead to cruelty if it has been done by the husband. As it is written, the relatives may be the mother-in-law, the brother-in-law, right, or the father-in-law, if they abuses her or very often. And physical cruelty may be beating her, or it have number of examples. So here the thing is, it may also lead to mental cruelty. So the definition of mental cruelty cannot be, it is not given what can be, or what only these things could be termed as mental cruelty. No, it has not been given anywhere, right? So it may lead to anything, and it differs from case to case. So here it is, both the parties, let that be the husband or the relatives of the husband, are can be booked under this very section. So as we were discussing what cruelty is, right? So cruelty has a very broader, you can say deep, deep definition, or you can say when it comes to cruelty, only explanation is being given, but what leads to mental cruelty is not properly been defined anywhere. Anything which affects her mental health is being taken as cruelty against mental health. So if something affects her mind so badly that it disturbs her from inside, then it leads to cruelty under section 498A, can be committed by husband or the relative of the husband. So here, as I said, that with this very section 498A, we will also be reading dowry. Now, what do we understand by dowry? Where is it being mentioned? And what is the definition of it? We'll see in this very lecture. So when it comes to the definition of dowry, of course, it is not been given under the Indian Penal Code, and that is the reason we have taken this. It is being mentioned under Section 2, Subclause 1 of Dowry Prohibition Act. So under this, we will get to see a brief about, or the true definition of dowry, that it could be any property or any valuable security. That could be property or any valuable security given by one party to the other, right? Let that be during the marriage or after the marriage, right? But it has to be in connection to the marriage. So, there are people who say that you give it to us after marriage, after 1 or 2 days of the marriage, or maybe after a month. So, if it is in connection to the marriage, then it will be termed as dowry. So, as we have seen, it has not been defined under the Indian Penal Code. You keep that in mind. It has been defined under the Dowry Prohibition Act, and that too under Section 2, Subclause 1. So, now as we have seen the definition, let's see what is dowry death. We have seen what dowry is. Now we will see what dowry death is, and it has been defined under section 304B. Yes, not 304, it is 304B of Indian Penal Code. Now dowry death is defined under, of course, Indian Penal Code under section 304B. Everything, as you can see in the pictures, right? Killing, of course, it when you see both the words dowry and death, it gets a bit clear that what this section is trying to say. It means dowry, or you can say death in connection to the dowry, right? As it is a bit clear with the pictures also, a bride is there on the picture, you can say a man is beating her. In the other picture, you can see simply trying to actually kill her. So the picture depicts something. Now, let's see the essentials of dowry death. Now, what actually is dowry death? Now, these are the things which has to be there to form an offense under this very section, under section 304B of Indian Penal Code. So, each and every essential is very important. Now, let's see what other essentials are. Death by burns or bodily injury, or otherwise under normal circumstances. Right. The circums here, it could be by burns or any bodily injury. Now it could be the strangulation marks on the neck of the female, as you can see, bodily injury. So that also causes injury, or cuts on the body parts of the female, or the burns, because of fire, and otherwise, or maybe by any otherwise here means a lot. Why? Because it covers all the other important circumstances, or all the other ways by which the death had been caused under the normal circumstances. Now, the circumstances should be very normal, right? The normal daily course, and suddenly we find that women dying at one place. The circumstances, normal day to day life, and then we find a body completely burnt in the kitchen. That is the very basic thing that generally happens in these cases. We'll discuss one of the cases here, right? So it should be death. Death should be there, of course, as it is the ingredient. It could be by burns or bodily injury or otherwise. Now it has to be within 7 years of the marriage. Now this section is applicable only if there had been 7 years of marriage, within 7 years, right? If it is more than 7 years, then this section will not apply. The dowry death section will not apply. Now, before the third element says must have been subjected to cruelty. So, of course, if the death had been there, then she must have been subjected to cruelty by the side of the husband, or any kind of harassment. It could be from the side of the husband, or could be from the side of the relatives. So, could be from any of them. Now, if that cruelty had been taking place, then that cruelty must be in connection to the dowry. Now let's take an example. First, say daily, trying daily beating the women. Let that be by the father-in-law, by the mother-in-law, or by the husband himself, and they are beating that woman by always demanding dowry. That your father did not give enough money, your father did not give a television, or your father did not fulfill all my desires by giving me a big car or any premium car. We want that car. Tell your father to give it to us. Any demand like that. So that cruelty is taking place in connection to the dowry, demanding the dowry. Yes, and then should have been meted out soon before her death. Now the you can say the connection between this cruelty and the death should not be really there should not be much gap between the two. If at all the cruelty had taken place before an year, any demand about the dowry before an year, and if now she has been found dead, so it is very it will not be covered under the section. Of course, the murder charges are there, the other offenses are there, But when it comes to dowry death, it has to be in connection to the dowry, right? So soon before her death, there should have been some cruelty or in connection to the dowry. So these are the essentials of dowry death. So as you can see, all the essentials, right? Injury within 7 years, there should have been a demand of dowry, right? And the cruelty should have taken place in connection to the dowry. Not, it should not be simple in nature. It should be in connection to the dowry, and it should have happened before the death. So these are the essentials, and these essentials are there, then it leads to dowry death. So here we will discuss one case, Ashok Kumar versus State of Haryana. Now, what happened under this case? There was, of course, a female, a married woman. She was always, she was being, the in-laws used to demand dowry. Her husband, sorry, the brother-in-law and the mother-in-law. They always used to poke her regarding the dowry and used to demand again and again the refrigerator, television, and soon before her death, I mean, just a week before, they were demanding television, they were demanding refrigerator from the women who died here, the deceased here, and just before her death, she immediately went to her family, and there she told it to her father that, my husband wants to open up a new business, and he wants to enter into new business, and he's demanding 5,000 rupees from you, and this is how they are demanding from me every time, every day. And as soon as she was again back there in her in-laws house, she was burnt. And there we could, and there were burn injuries. Three of them, they just put kerosene on her, and the burn injuries were there. She was burnt alive. So under this very case, they all were booked under section 304B, that is dowry debt due to the burn injuries. So that cruelty was in connection to the dowry. Of course, it was less than 7 years, and soon before her death, she was subjected to cruelty, and cruelty in connection to the dowry. So all the elements were fulfilled. So therefore, three of them were charged under this section. So I guess by now you are clear with the concept of section 498A, that is cruelty by husband or his relative, and section 304B of Indian Penal Code, that talks about the dowry death. So by now I here rest my lecture. And as I always say, keep studying, keep revising, keep your books open, and just study. It is good to study. Okay, thank you so much for listening.